Greetings, ladies. Hello, queens. It is your girl, Leading Lady Dara here. I'm the founder of this wonderful organization, Walking Them Shoes. Walking Them Shoes is an empowerment firm designed to help uplift, empower, and inspire all the queens out there. Ladies, thank you for listening to the podcast last week. I hope you enjoyed it. Here is another one, and I told you last week that I'll be bringing on a guest, but I brought on two guests. I brought on two special guests, and I said, what other way to do this? Other than bringing on my two wonderful and beautiful daughters here? So I just want to introduce myself again. My name is Darnice, founder of that organization, that wonderful organization. I am a motivational speaker. I am a mentor. I'm an author. I am a life coach, certified Christian life coach. And I am that lady, that girl, that leading lady that does it all, see it all, support it all. And I'm here bringing on my two beautiful daughters who decided to share their time with us. Not only their time, but also their wisdom. These are two phenomenal, sweet, beautiful looking. Did I say beautiful? Because they do look just like their mother. Beautiful. So I just want to introduce my oldest queen child. What am I going to call her? My oldest daughter, Shaquetta. Say hello to everyone, Shaquetta.
Hi, I'm Shaquetta.
Y'all, we at the table and it's going down. We're going to bring y'all we're going to bring y'all a little bit of inspiration, a little motivation. We promise nobody's going to cry tonight. So just sit back and just relax and just let us entertain y'all just for a few minutes, okay? Because you know they got things to do and places to go and people to see. So I can't monopolize all of their time. So here's my other beautiful daughter, my baby girl. Her name is Taisha. Say hello, Taisha.
Hey.
So ladies, listen. We're hoping to someday y'all be able to see us at the round table. We're going to host a round table with a few ladies here and be able to bring y'all some good stuff, some good information, to be able to share and love on one another around the table and talk about what the ladies need to talk about to help us heal, to help us get from that one point of our lives to another point of our lives. Not sure if you're in the valley, not sure if you're trying to move over that mountain, not sure where you are, but we're going to meet you right there where you're at. So ladies, one thing I just need y'all to remember and keep in mind when we're here trying to encourage you and empower you, to remember to stand tall and slouch for no one, okay? So ladies, I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to uplift you, and I'm here to empower you, and I'm asking you to become a leading lady. And remember in the last podcast, I said, in order for you to become a leading lady, you have to overcome some things so that you can become. So always keep that in mind. So we touched on our topic last week was domestic violence and why do women stay. So we're just going to dive right into it. Of course, this is, we're piggybacking off of last week. Last week, we talked about my book, War. So pardon me, y'all ladies, because I have this little upper respiratory thing going on. So you're going to hear me trying to catch my breath every now and again and coughing. So pardon me. So my book, War, Women Achieve Remarkably, is designed... Excuse me. I hope I can edit that. Excuse me, but hoping that you ladies if you haven't been able to purchase that book, War, on Amazon, please go visit amazon.com. War, the acronym WAR stands for Women Achieve Remarkably. It's written under my pen name, which is Darnice Carter. So go and purchase that book, ladies. It is for the ladies out there who may be in a domestic violent relationship, or someone who's just come out of a domestic violent relationship, or even someone that is assisting someone that was in or is in a domestic violent relationship. So let's talk about it. Ms. Shaquetta?
Yes.
So domestic violence is prevalent not just in our city, but all over. And you're a very, very intelligent young lady, headstrong, very strong-willed, independent. You're a mother of 3. You're a full-time mother, full-time employee, and you do all those things as well. So I'm not sure, when you hear about domestic violence, how does that make you feel, knowing that someone you may know is being physically abused?
Excuse me. I'm sorry, Mom. So is this about people I know that's in a domestic violence relationship?
You can share on if it's someone that you know, if it's something that you witnessed, if it's just you hearing about something on the news. Like, how does that make you feel when you hear that there's a woman or a young girl that is in a domestic violent relationship? Like, does that bother you at all?
It doesn't bother me really. I just feel like, people get in certain situations and our initial reaction is to like try to help them get out of it or try to talk them out of it. But I just been learning, and you gotta let some people sit in a mess until they're ready to get out of it, because the more you like push them to leave or push them to do whatever it is you feel like they should do, the more they lean towards
the abuser.
Not even that, just whatever situation they're in. So it really don't make me feel no type of way. I really try to mind my business when it comes to people's relationships, because people go through stuff. So them being in that situation or that abusive relationship, it might just be what they gotta go through for their story to end how God wanted to end. Like, I just try to mind my business as much as I can.
And that's pretty much what a lot of people say nowadays. It's like, that's not my situation. That's not my problem. How about you, Taisha? How do you feel knowing if you knew someone that's been in a domestic violent relationship, or if you know someone that's currently in a domestic violent relationship? How does that make you feel?
I feel bad for people, but I just feel like Quet said a little bit, you do have to mind your business, but you can always let that person know, like, you're there for them. I don't just completely go into mind my business mode, but just know I'm there, like, in case you ever want to leave. I'll try to help you, but you can only say but so much to somebody that's in bed. So.
That's great. That's what I talk about in this book, War. I share how, and this was inspired also because there are people out here who need that listening ear, and that's one of the things that I discuss in this book, because those of us who listen, sometimes we need the encouragement too. We need the support too, because sometimes we'll say, I'm going to just mind my business. I'm going to let them be, leave them where they are, let them figure it out. And sometimes that's okay to do. There's no right or wrong answer, but sometimes it's okay to do. But then also you start to feel bad like you do. So then you want to give that listening ear. And then also you be like, okay, well, I'm getting worn out because they burning me out. Mm-hmm. But at some point, yes, you just got to kind of let people be. So another question I want to ask you ladies, what if you had a best friend? So there's a little bit of an age difference here, of course, because I'm mom, but I just wanted to bring on these beautiful young ladies, one, because they're my beautiful daughters, and then two, because they're younger and they have many friends out here, beautiful young ladies that they're friends with, but then people that they went to school with, people that they're friends with on social media, and they hear things. They hear more than I think they have more of knowledge of what's going on out here sometimes than I do, because I deal with more of an older crowd. So I kind of wanted to get their opinion on it. But what happens and what advice would you give if I was a young girl, maybe someone that you went to school with, and I called you and I'm like, hey, hey, Taisha, you mind if I come over and stay the night? Because Derek and we just had a fight and he just put his hands on me. Would you allow me to come over?
Yeah, I would. I feel like you can mind your business and still be there for people. So you coming to stay over is fine. I don't mind. He just like, don't have him come here and act crazy, because then I act crazy and we all act crazy. But, I still be there for you and mind my business. Just as long as you don't bring no drama to where I lay my head at.
Awesome. Okay, and how about you, Taisha?
It's just like honestly talking to the same person. So turn your location off, come on over, and just clear your head, I guess.
Right. I mentioned in War, ladies, about how what if you had that cousin that came over because her man or her husband is constantly beating on her, and she's calling you for that support. And she'll come over, she'll spend a night, and she'll tell you, I'm done, like I'm over this, I'm not going back. But yet 2 days later, she go back. And then here it is, like 2 weeks go by, and she back again on your sofa. Would you put her on a block list?
No. No, I'm a serial person. If I'm done with him, and then next 2 days I'm back with him. So,
Sorry, say that again.
I'm like one of them people too. Like, I'm done with him, but then I'll be right back. So, I'm gonna just mind my business and be a good friend to you. Be a listening ear. If you want to talk about how he get on your nerves one day, I'll listen. If you want to talk about how much you love him the next day, I'll listen.
Okay, no judgment.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. How about you, Taisha? Would you cut your ring girl off or put her on a block list?
No. I don't know. I wouldn't close you out, because domestic violence is real.
Well, hello, ladies, queens. This is your girl, leading Lady Dara here. It's not about the hills. It's not about the flats. It's not about the wedges. It's about how to walk in them shoes by putting one foot in front of the other, no matter what. So remember, ladies, stand tall and slouch for no one. But we're back at it here at the podcast, Walking Them Shoes podcast. This is leading Lady Dara here with her daughters and her son. We have Shaquetta here. We have Tyrone. We have Taisha. We're at the table and we're talking about domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
And why? Why do you think people stay? Why do you think people stay, Ty?
I think people stay because some people, they get caught up in the whole feeling of staying with somebody and them just being in love. So it's not necessarily that they want to stay. It's their heart that's keeping them there. Everybody, I feel like everybody knows, the difference between somebody that's good for your soul and somebody that's, just bad for you in general. And some people just stay in situations that they don't want to be in because they just in love. That's why they always say your heart has a mind of its own. Domestic violence, it is wrong. Yeah, it's 100% wrong. But you got some people that just, I guess that's just all they know, and they scared to leave. So I feel like anybody that's a friend to somebody that is dealing with a domestic violence relationship, I feel like they should encourage their friend to leave. No matter if you got to tell them 100 or you got to tell them 200 times. Because, all you doing is just talking. Words is nothing. I feel like. That's what I feel like.
Let me chime in really quick. Okay, so I had a friend who experienced all of this. Said a lot. Actions was a lot. I was 10 toes down. And you can't make a person leave if they're not ready. You just have to support. Whether you're not, you can't make anybody do nothing. You can't make an quote-unquote adult do anything they don't want to do. You can't. People are going to leave when they're ready. They're going to do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. So... no, you can't say that words mean nothing, because it could be actions behind your words. People do things when they feel as though they've had enough. You're going to move when you have enough. That's it.
All right, so it's just like this, right? People be in relationships that don't have nothing to do with domestic violence.
And they
still in certain relationships. It doesn't matter what type of situation it is, but it's just like if you was going through something, your sister or your best friend was going through something, you're not going to tell them nothing because you feel like they just going to leave on their own time. Some people really don't know no better. Like,
some people don't know no better, but you can speak from your own experience where you've been in a situation. It didn't have to be domestic violence. It was just unhealthy for you mentally or whatever, and you still stayed. And everybody around you could say, this not a good relationship for you, this not that, or whatever, and you still stayed because you didn't have enough yet. So that's the same thing with domestic violence, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, whatever. People leave when they're ready, and we can all attest to that. So no matter how many times people was like, bro, this not good for you, or blah blah blah, you still stayed, right?
Yeah, but you want to know something though? Them words stuck whether you stayed or not. But I guarantee you, it's people that
clear when you left.
Yeah, but it's people a domestic violence situation, right? Are, you know, they probably got bruises all on their face. They hide them, but if they come around people, they like, damn, what happened? Or I know you going through this. I know you going through that. They hearing things like that, right? So they have friends, family member that's like, damn, you shouldn't be in that situation. So they telling them this constantly, right? Opposed to somebody that's going through that and nobody just telling them, they not speaking to nobody, they don't have nobody to talk to. They more likely to really stay in the situation than somebody that, you know, that's telling them, oh, you should leave. And they still stay. All right, you should leave. You should stay. You should leave.
I don't know what to say, because it's like you want to say stuff and you don't want to say too much. You can be in a relationship that is like mentally abusive, and you don't have the physical scars, but you got those emotional scars, you got all that stuff, and your family can see that because you're gonna change. You're not gonna be that shining light anymore. So they're gonna say, yeah, you should leave, but somebody push your self-esteem down so low. You leaving, you're going to start to believe, like, what they said to me is probably true. This is how somebody else views me. So you don't leave because you, for one, comfortable with that person. That's all you know. And then what was said to you during that relationship.
I'm about to mess you up.
You can't.
You saying that somebody has stayed off of what somebody is telling them, right? Like, you're nothing. So what about if you had a supportive friend that's telling you you're something, you're better than this?
Repetitiveness coming in where somebody is truly putting you down emotionally.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you have people that are uplifting you. It's about what you see in the mirror. I've been in an unhealthy relationship.
So if it's about what you see in the mirror,
then I looked myself in the mirror or looked at pictures of myself, and I didn't even know who I was in that time.
Right.
So you have to. It's not just about whether people are lifting you up.
But you basically saying it's about what you see. So if you're in a relationship and somebody constantly saying something to you, that shouldn't matter. Then that's basically what you saying.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Right. Okay. So what if you had a sister that loved you, a brother that loved you, a mother that loved you?
I do have a sister and a brother that love me. But I'm still, until I'm ready to leave whatever situation I'm in, I don't care what the brother that loves me is saying. I don't care what the sister that loves me is saying.
Because
no,
your
I don't.
feelings are so caught up. So what they're saying, Ty, I get exactly what all of you are saying.
Goes, blood is thicker, or what is it saying?
This is blood is thicker than water. That wouldn't apply to this. But listen here.
But that water do be thicker than blood sometimes. So
but see, it goes so much deeper than what we believe. But all of what you're saying, Ish, is all of what I have written in this book. And Ty, all of what you're saying is true, because you would think, okay, if you got to support a family member or you got to support a friend, and you're encouraging them and telling them, girl, you are beautiful. Girl, don't think about what he's saying to you. That's wrong. If she's encouraging you, so and she could be lifting you all the way up. But sometimes when people are in those situations, they really are paralyzed, one, either with fear, or they don't even believe in themselves. Their self-esteem is so low sometimes. And it's hard for them to see. It's hard for them to receive compliments. It's hard for them to even believe that they may look good and that they may do better if they leave this person.
I mean, that's
what
true.
What if they self-esteem not low? What if they just don't want to leave, yo?
Right, but see, that's a good
question. But that was just based off of what she had said. But you're absolutely right. What if they just don't want to leave?
You're right. So listen. So they self-esteem low and all this that y'all saying. If this a friend, that's a friend. That's a
can't,
friend,
but
though.
this is the thing about friendship and in life in general. But you can't. You can give people so much advice.
We speaking on a friend. We're not just speaking on someone on the street. But yeah, I mean, even if somebody on the street was going through something, I seen them damn like a coworker or something like that.
Off of drugs without
well, that's different though. We talking about a
Love
friend.
is-
So
okay.
Love is that's addiction.
Love
It is.
like
So
up there
y'all,
with
okay,
Coke.
all right, yes, that's true.
Say it again, Shaquetta.
Like love is up there like with coke and opioids. Like it's neck and neck.
But we talking about a friend though. We're not talking about just somebody random on the street. We're talking about a
matter.
friend.
Like,
It does matter.
In an abusive relationship.
You're not
and
saying nothing.
On Monday, she like, "Quit. I'm gonna leave him alone. Can I stay there?" Yes, you can stay here. Right. Then Tuesday, she come to my house like, "Girl, like he outside. He got flowers. Da da da. All right, I'm gonna go back. Okay, all right. I'll talk to you later."
Alright, that's fine, but the way y'all said it was basically like, no, like that's a friend. I ain't gonna talk to him. Like, talk to your friend.
No, I think they were saying they gonna mind their business, but not. What Quetta say, but she wouldn't.
So,
I mean, she wouldn't encourage them. She wouldn't tell them to leave.
I'm not gonna tell them to leave. I'm not gonna tell them to stay. I'm not gonna tell you at your big age because I'm hanging out with people that's my age. I'm not telling you at your big age, like, girl, you know he shouldn't be hitting. We already know he shouldn't be hitting you. You know he shouldn't be hitting you. He know he shouldn't be hitting you. But that's what y'all doing right now in this moment. I never.
But I heard y'all. Hold on, we're not talking about that. But I heard y'all
I've
tell
been
y'all
minding
friends
the
about
business that pay me.
Okay,
Literally.
but I heard you giving your 2 cents to your friends about a relationship, or just talking about regular stuff. Oh damn, that was wrong. But if your friend was getting they ass beat, you're just gonna mind your business. That's your friend.
I'm sure she is knowing that I should not be getting my ass beat by this guy that says he loves me. But she's still dealing with it. So if you need to talk, I'm here. If you need a couch to lay on, you can lay on mine. If you need help packing your bags, I'll help you.
That's
if
better
you need
than saying you gonna mind your business though, 'cause that's your
still
friend.
me minding my business, just being there for you.
Okay, so now we passed that part, right? So we have 2 female perspectives, and we also have a male.
Every day.
That's good. But that's good. You going to reach out. You going to do your due diligence and reach out and make sure that person is good.
Kids in the whole household to take care of. How are you reaching out to somebody every day to make sure they're doing what adults supposed to do?
That's a phone call.
Phone
call is free.
That's right here. So can I ask y'all another question that I discussed in this book? Can I ask y'all another question? What's gaslighting?
I don't know what that is.
Gaslighting.
You said what?
You know what it is. You know.
What is it?
Gaslighting. You just piping somebody up.
Piping somebody up.
Yeah.
So that tends to happen in a lot of domestic violent relationships. You know that, right?
Yep.
So Shaquetta says she don't know what that means. Is she saying she don't know what that means is because that's what she do, or she don't know what that means because
Do you gaslight?
do you
What
gaslight?
is gaslighting?
Blowing smoke up somebody's behind, capping their head up.
She do.
What, do I lie to my friends?
No. So
Do I lie to
in
God?
abusive relationships, no, all jokes aside, in abusive relationships, that's one of the things that a lot of men, I don't want to say men because it's females that do abuse other women as well, but the abuser tends to blow smoke up the victims behind, and that's called gaslighting. You get it?
Yeah, I don't abuse nobody to blow smoke up their butt. I'm confused. What we talking about? I don't gaslight. I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, okay, so I'm getting ready to flip one other question for y'all, and I said I'm making it short, and I appreciate y'all time. So what if you have a dear relative such as your mother? What if your mother was in an abusive relationship?
I am going my mom.
My son is so stuck on what she said. So if I was in an abusive,
at a bigger age than I am.
so if my man,
we fighting this round.
exactly,
And then
If she called me say Shaquetta, if she called me say Shaquetta, come over here so we can fight. Okay, I'm coming over so we can fight. Then if she called me the next weekend, hey, we are having a barbecue, and the guy that we was fighting last week is gonna be there. Okay, I'm coming too. That's still me minding my business. No, I'm not.
well, we just made light of this.
You had a problem with my last situation.
Right, and we fought, and then what? We had a cookout.
Okay.
Can you pass me the ketchup?
So like,
Oh
what?
goodness, y'all listen here. This just some Jesus Christ. I guess I walked right into that, huh? Listen, ladies, I just wanted to come and share, and allow my children to share and get their twist, get their opinion on how they feel and how they would handle someone that they knew that was in a domestic violent relationship. So I thank y'all for listening to this podcast. I really do. I hope y'all come back and listen again. Every Wednesday, this podcast, Walk in Them Shoes, we'll be bringing you some inspiration, some motivation. We are here. Stay tuned because this night won't end. Just stay tuned. Hello, ladies. I'm telling y'all, I really enjoyed myself talking with my children, Shaquetta, Tyrone, and Taisha. Those are my babies. I love them dearly, and I appreciate their time. I appreciate their willingness to share their opinions on domestic violence, and they don't hold no punches, y'all. They dive right on in. They share, they love, we fuss, we fight, we love, and we always break bread at this table. We always talk and discuss a lot of different things. And I just love them because, their willingness to share and willingness to love and, as they would call it, teach. And I ain't even gonna hold you. There's some things that I do learn from my babies, so I'm grateful. But back to you wonderful ladies here, y'all. I thank you so much for joining this podcast, and I hope you enjoyed this short segment. I hope you enjoyed hearing the younger folks' opinion on it. And yes, there was some laughter. And I told you we weren't going to do no crying. But, things that we do discuss, sometimes it gets heavy. But I am so grateful for their time and sharing because they share on things sometimes I don't think about until after the fact. Just like what they do. When their mother is telling them something, sometimes they don't think about it. They're not thinking about it or realizing all of what mom is telling them and trying to teach them at that time. But there's so much that we can learn from our younger folks. So, ladies, just stay encouraged on today. And again, this is your girl leading Lady Dara here, the founder of that wonderful organization, Walk in Them Shoes. And as I say it all the time, and I've said it numerous times, it's not about the hills, it's not about the flats, it's not about the wedges. It is about putting one foot in front of the other so you can be able to walk in those shoes and become. So in order for you to become, you have to overcome. And this is why I am here trying to uplift, empower, inspire you. And what better way to get inspired by listening to this podcast? So again, we will have another guest on next Wednesday because we have one more discussion on this domestic violence. So don't think that this podcast is only for domestic violence. It's not. It's just something that I felt led to do, felt led to discuss. And, for the many men that are out there listening, I appreciate you as well. Looking forward to seeing some of you men on the panel. And if you're not on that panel or discussion, we will have you hopefully in that audience or somewhere on a social media platform where you're able to engage. Because I love to hear what men have to say. I love to hear men's opinion. So I'm not biased. I'm not just for my ladies, even though, yes, I love my queens. I support my queens. Again, this is your girl, leading Lady Dara. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining in. And again, if you have not went on Amazon.com to purchase Women Achieve Remarkably, War, that book is available to you. And don't think that just if you're not in an abusive relationship that book will not help you. It will. It's informative. It's a way of you educating yourself. It's also a way, if you are in a domestic violent relationship, a way of you being able to encourage yourself. And we all know that that's some things that is one of the things that we may have to do is to encourage ourselves, because sometimes other people aren't around. Sometimes podcasts are not available. Sometimes YouTube is not available. So sometimes we have to dig deep. And sometimes we can't muster up that strength. We don't have that ounce of courage. Sometimes we need to hear someone else say, girl, you got it going on. Girl, yes, you can. Girl, you got this. So this is your girl, leading Lady Dara. I am your biggest cheerleader. I'm your biggest fan. Shout out to all the queens that are listening to this podcast. Share this podcast with someone. And also, pray for your girl sounding so nasally on here. I tried to pick up my tone a little bit because I got a few messages that was like, girl, you sound a little bit sexy on this. I was like, let me pick up my tone a little bit. My daughter was like, well, wait, Mom, hold on. What kind of podcast is this? So I had a few people mention that they enjoyed the podcast. And I'm so grateful that you ladies and gents have tuned in. And I hope to bring you many more episodes of encouraging, inspiring, educating. This organization is not here for nothing, y'all. So let's keep it going. Let's just join in. Let's share it. And if you're not following your girl on Instagram, please do under Walking Them Shoes. Also, yes, she's on her personal page under Dar_Carter. But again, follow me on Instagram under Walking Them Shoes. Follow that Facebook page, Walking Them Shoes. That might be Walking Them Shoes LLC, I'm not sure. But also visit her website, walkingthemshoesllc.com. Subscribe to that page so that you can get that monthly newsletter and also just tidbits of information that we'll be able to share with you. And, just looking forward to just encouraging you on your journey. Not sure where you are, but wherever you are, hopefully Leader Lady Dar can meet you right where you are to keep you encouraged, to keep you inspired. And as Walking Them Shoes tagline is, inspiring women to blaze the trail to success. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. And that's what God has blessed me to do. So thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with my children, Shaquetta, Tyrone, and Taisha. I love my babies. Shout out to them babies, y'all. Thank you so much. They made me the proud grandmother that I am of my 6 beautiful and amazing grandchildren and my 2 bonus grandbabies. So I'm so grateful. Thank you. And that means 8, right? 8 kids, 8 grandkids. Yes, y'all. My house be bumping, jumping all the time. But love you, ladies. Love you, gents. Stay encouraged on today. And listen, gents, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands in your pocket. You can't fine tune that attitude. If you can't check yourself, put your hands in your pocket and walk away. Okay? And females too. Keep your hands to yourself. Stay encouraged on today, and continue to follow your girl and support Walking Them Shoes. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget, stand for something. Stand for something, or else you'll fall for anything. But what I am saying is, stand tall. Slouch for no one, baby. Slouch for no one. It is your girl, Leader